Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Scott, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Just looking up from a defensive perspective, when you break the header in the red zone, that is one of the guys you got to keep, because it's one of the ball players fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Ravens go for it but come up empty.
And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Fourth down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Scott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Scott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. He's sending it back to the 3-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
It's a lot of stress when they throw the deep ball. You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Eagles at 2-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. the gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
To throw again is Jackson. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. with Sanders. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Slot man moves right. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Scott. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is.
And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing on 1st down. McKenzie. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Jackson on 1st down.
Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They got into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Touchdown!
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Now Scott throwing on 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson now.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. On the move past the 40. Now he's into the clear again.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
63 yards.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Scott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Off the play fake. Scott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw is Scott. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Jackson
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
On target to his man, Likely.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And the tight end goes in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw?
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Scott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Scott throwing on 4th down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Scott on 1st and 10.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Scott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So
and now they're going to fake it. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is